Hello people of YouTube, welcome to another GameGrin video. I am your host Dominoid, and today we will be taking a look at this. It is the SpeedLink Fortus Wireless gaming mouse. Now we're going to be doing an unboxing and taking a look inside, see what we get in the packet. We'll also be giving you our first impressions of the device. Now, SpeedLink are known for value in their peripherals, and this is no exception. This mouse costs £29.99, and that puts it a fair bit below a number of other wireless mice. Now, I personally haven't always been a big fan of the wireless mouse. For gaming, I tend to find that a little bit of input lag that comes from being wireless tends to frustrate me. I mean, that's not to say that I'm a good gamer by absolutely no means. If you've seen any of my streams, then you'll know I can get lost walking in a straight line. I am a terrible gamer, but I do like to feel like I'm in control of that terribleness. So we're going to have a look at that in a moment and see just how good this is in terms of input lag. But I'll go through some of the information that we've got here on the box. So it's 2400 DPI optical sensor. It's got 4-color lighting effect, so it should match up with some of the nice RGB things that I have here on the desk. Has a USB polling rate of 500 Hertz, pretty standard. 5-button mouse with 2 stars next to it. I'm not sure what that says. Maximum range achieved with direct line of sight and no obstacles between the mouse and receiver. Well, this is infrared? No idea. But that probably didn't need the 2, I don't know, rubber coated, because that's a feature. DPI switch, it's always good, and energy save mode, which is represented by this charming little pinwheel here. It's compatible with Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP, Windows 10, and Mac, which is basically because it is a USB mouse, and will probably work on everything. It's got LED illumination with 4 breathtaking colours, and 2.4 gigahertz wireless technology with a range of up to 6 meters. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I've not really had that much of a need to be 6 meters away from my computer before, but should the need ever arise, it's nice to know that I can do it with this mouse. And as you can tell, I'm stalling for time while I remove the sellotape from the packaging. It's very well sealed. It's got 2 of those circular sticky tape things that are impossible to remove without tearing the packaging, although I've almost managed it. Yeah, oh, there we go, look at that. It's left that horrible sticky residue, but haven't torn the packaging, so that's good. So let's crack this box open and have a look and see what we get. So here's what we have. We have an info guide, because obviously everyone needs instructions for a mouse. Put mouse in hand, move mouse in direction you want the little arrow to go. We've got another thing here. Yeah, instructions on how to open it, and another info guide, because you can never have too many instructions for a mouse. We've got 2 AA batteries here, so it's not rechargeable. These are standard alkaline batteries. It's not rechargeable. And then we have the mouse itself in this really striking looking metal effect. It is rubber. It's got a nice, yeah, it's got a really nice texture to it. You do feel kind of nicely gripped. It doesn't feel like it's going to come out of your hand at any point. Those side buttons, I'd probably personally like those to be a bit more solid, but certainly the top feels nice. It looks like metal. It doesn't feel like metal. It does feel that it is plastic, but nicely constructed plastic. I don't know if you can hear that. There's a nice satisfying click to each of the buttons, which is always good in a mouse. The scroll wheel is one of those kinds with notches. So generally for gaming that is much better. I always do prefer those, because if you're cycling through a weapon wheel, for example, you want a nice bit of tactile feedback. So if you know that you're going from a handgun to a shotgun and it's 4 clicks away, then it's a lot easier to judge that. Those infinitely scrolling ones are fantastic for long web pages, but who writes long web pages nowadays? We've got an opening here for the batteries, and what you'll notice, this is quite clever, inside there is the dongle which makes this wireless. So if you're taking this around, if you're off to a LAN party and you want to bring this mouse, then it's a lot easier. You're not less likely to lose that tiny little bit because it comes inside the packaging, so that's good. I'm going to plug it into my computer now, or I would do if I could get the right way up. There we go, that's plugged in. I'm sure Windows will pop up with an installing hardware box at some point soon, but I'll just leave it there in the background. I'm going to I'm going to insert the batteries, and then I'm going to have a look, see how it goes. We might jump cut to the batteries being inserted if it takes me this long to open the packet. No, that's okay, I've got them in, and there we go. We've got the nice red glow of the laser of the mouse. There we go. There's a little on-off switch, but it does have, ooh, hang on. No, I've turned it to off, and it's still on. So I'm not actually sure what that on-off switch does. It is moving about. I'll turn it to on, and I can't tell any difference. So we'll jump cut in a moment to after I've read the instructions. So actually, yes, it turns out the on-off switch is not to turn the mouse on and off, but it turns on and off the DPI illumination. So there we are. If I turn it on, can you see there? That is changing the colour. So it's got a nice breathing effect, a sort of sexy blue at the moment. And you've got a DPI switch here just underneath the scroll wheel. So every time you press that, it changes the colour. So there we've got a sort of purple colour. If I press that again, we've got a blue, and then I press it again, and we've still got blue. Oh, there we go, we've got green now, and red, and then we're back to that sort of turquoisey blue, green, red, turquoise. I'm not sure if that's purple or blue. I think you can choose yourself whichever you would like that to be. And how this works is it's not RGB in the sense that that you might expect. So it's not sort of a custom color, but each different color indicates the DPI. So green is 600 DPI, and red is 1000 DPI. Then you've got the turquoise at 1600 DPI, and the blue indicates the full 2400. And that's where the on-off switch comes in. That turns that on and off. So that's how it feels and how it looks. It is very comfortable in the hand. So I'm a sort of a two-finger claw type gripper, so that fits very comfortably in my hand. There's no danger of that slipping out. It moves quite nicely. We've got the sort of Teflon style feet on the underneath of it. No spare feet came with it, which is something that I quite like to see on a mouse, but for 30 quid, what do you expect? The same again with weights. There's no weighting system, so if you're the sort of person that likes a mouse that you can customize the weight to, this isn't going to be your favorite. But I think it's quite comfortable. It's a nice weight for me. I'm going to put a few games on and see how that goes. So I'm using the Rune Trial for the Super Shotgun here on the latest Doom as a test of the two. At the top left corner, the inset there is the wireless mouse, and the main picture you can see is my regular gaming mouse. You can see here I'm already slightly further ahead on the wired mouse. That is more down to my playing than the mouse though, so don't use that as a guidance. If you look at the movement here, you can see both of them are generally not that jerky. So yeah, it's a fluid movement. It's not overly affected by input lag. There's a moment coming up shortly where I felt there was a tiny bit of lag that made a difference. There's a shot you'll see here that I thought I had a headshot on and I wasn't quite in position, so maybe not as 100% smooth as my perfect wired mouse, but realistically it's not that bad. You can see here it's taking a little bit longer to complete the trial, but not overly longer. And there we are, we're done on both of them now. Overall, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this. For 30 quid, this is a very good mouse. It's not up there with some of the highest quality gaming mouses, but would you expect it to be at that price? If using it with a laptop especially, the portability is a really, really nice feature, and it's certainly easier to transport and less likely to get tangled than my wired gaming mouse over here. Personally, I'm going to be sticking with my wired mouse for day-to-day gaming, but this is a great choice for gaming on the go if you've got a gaming laptop you're moving around, and if you're on a tight budget and you can't stretch to the 50 odd quid that my mouse cost, then this is a very solid choice. It's well made, it's nice and portable, it's really nicely designed, the lighting is pretty but not too over the top, and it is generally a good mouse. Yeah, I do thoroughly recommend this. So that's all we've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, you can get all of the news, reviews, previews and opinions that you could ever need at www.gamegrin.com. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course subscribe to us here on YouTube by clicking that little subscribe button and the bell next to it if you want to be the first to know about all of the new videos that come from us. If you like this video, please do give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And leave us a comment down below. What's your favourite gaming peripheral of choice? Until next time, I will say goodbye, thank you very much, and game on.